He was 28. She was 14. He was the man of her dreams. She was his worst nightmare. After failing to find a suitable apartment in Seattle, journalist Nick Eliot heads to the suburbs. There, he sees a sign offering a guest house for rent owned by Liv and Cliff Forrester, who frequently travel for business. He right away agrees to rent the property and starts renovating it. His arrival catches the interest of the Forresters' teenage daughter, Adrian. On his first day as a journalist at Peak magazine, Nick gets chastised for coming late and is assigned a dead-end story to work on. One evening, Adrian visits Nick in the guest house and flirtatiously asks about his work. The next morning, she stops by again while Nick is in the shower to give him a present and invite him to her parents' upcoming party. Nick hesitantly attends the celebration and feels out of place among the high society guests. He goes looking for Adrian and gets captivated by her piano performance. Later, on the outdoor balcony, Nick remarks that if she were just 10 years older, as she flirts with him. She then confesses to sneaking into the guest house and rewriting an article, which received praise from Nick's boss. Adrian suddenly suggests that Nick take her for a ride in his convertible. They head to a coastal lighthouse. In a romantic, secluded spot, she kisses him. Nick initially warms to the kiss, but quickly quits. Without giving her false hopes, Nick drives Adrian back home. Adrian's crush on Nick grows stronger, and Nick becomes increasingly distracted by her frequent presence. He starts a relationship with his coworker, Amy. One weekend at a barbecue, Adrian, feeling jealous, confronts Amy in the woods. She corrects Amy on a bee's nest, identifying them as wasps in a subtle warning. Amy grows concerned about Adrian's apparent fascination with Nick. After receiving an odd phone call from Adrian, Nick visits the main home to look for her. In her room, he finds a heart-shaped pillow with their initials sewn on it. He hides in the closet while she undresses for a shower, unaware that Adrian knows he is watching. As he exits, he meets Cliff, who asks for help carrying some boxes to the attic. In the attic, Cliff proudly displays Nick the restored carnival carousel he built for Adrian as a childhood toy. One afternoon, Nick tries to explain to Adrian that they can simply be friends. But she recalls him of times they kissed and he secretly watched her undress. Later, Nick finds that his newly restored car has been vandalized. He confronts the Forresters, assuming Adrian is responsible, but she denies it, and her parents believe her over Nick. Afterward, Adrian's only friend, Cheyenne, asks to speak with Nick after her horse riding lesson. Suspicious, Adrian improperly mounts Cheyenne's saddle, causing her to fall and break her arm. While preparing for an important business presentation, Nick discovers that the files on his computer have been wiped. In the garage, he discovers a secret room with a candle-lit shrine that Adrian made for him. Desperate to redo his work, he avoids dozens of phone calls from Adrian and gets his locks replaced. Nick intends to move into a new apartment, but the landlady informs him that it will not be available until the following week. As Nick's relationship with Amy turns romantic, Adrian tries to pry into their private life, and Amy brushes her off. Adrian then locks Amy in her darkroom and infests the ventilation system with wasps, resulting in Amy's hospitalization. During a horse riding competition, Adrian brags to Cheyenne about how Amy's accident drew her closer to Nick. Following that, she crashes a Peak magazine fundraiser by falsely claiming to be Nick's girlfriend. Nick's situation worsens when he finds out that Adrian has sabotaged his new apartment lease by telling the landlady that he is a drug dealer. When he returns home, he gets arrested by police on allegations of assaulting a minor. Adrian tells the authorities that he attacked her, and during the interrogation, the officer informs him that they have proof that she was abused. Nick suspects that Adrian staged the charge by removing a used condom from his garbage. But even the police dismiss his version in favor of Adrian's. Before facing official accusations, Nick is released on bail. Cheyenne shows up at the guest house and informs Nick about the mysterious death of Rick, a camp counselor who Adrian had a crush on. He apparently took something poisonous. Cheyenne also mentions a diary kept by Adrian, which might potentially clear Nick's name. After Cheyenne leaves, Nick hears strange noises coming from the Forrester's home. He investigates further and enters Adrian's room, which is adorned with yet another shrine and a letter that reads, "Please forgive me." Adrian suddenly attacks him and pushes him over the balcony. Just as she is ready to deliver a deadly blow, Adrian's parents arrive home, forcing her to run to the attic. Nick regains consciousness and slowly chases her, eventually discovering Cheyenne chained to the carousel. Adrian makes another surprise attack on Nick. Cliff arrives at the scene and, believing Nick to be the aggressor, attacks him. Adrian knocks her father unconscious, giving Nick an opportunity to subdue her. Later, Nick and Amy move into a new apartment, and Adrian sends him apologetic letters from a mental institution, to which Nick refuses to respond. Adrian has formed a new crush on her compassionate doctor, starting the vicious cycle all over again. Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.